first of all, sorry for the background noise. My air conditioner's on because it's 90 degrees in here, because it's really hot out today. But today for you, I thought I would, I was looking through my videos the other night, and I happened to find my video on my Healthy Beauty series, and I realized I never made another one of those. So I wanted, like, I've been wanting to do this video for like a long time now, so I thought I would actually get to it today. So today, what I'm going to be talking about is the percentages that you see on the nutrition facts, and kind of basically nutrition, like how to read nutrition facts. So I have 3 different kinds of foods here. I have popcorn, the Nature Valley Crunchy granola bars, and some protein bars. Kind of, you know, like a different nutrition facts in all 3 of them. So basically, I'm just gonna start off with this box because it hasn't opened yet. So this is Nature Valley. These, I love these, by the way. So basically, actually no, I'm not going to use that because that is confusing. Because since there's 2 of them in there, I'm going to get really close and personal with you guys. So I'm going to be using this popcorn from Fit and Active, and if you don't know what this is a knockoff brand of Aldi's, and I think it's a local store. It's basically just a store that doesn't have name brand stuff, and it's a lot cheaper, so that's what we get because, you know, my mom's cheap. So anyways, this is what the back, you guys are probably familiar with nutritional facts. And okay, so first of all, calories. If you guys don't know what calories are, I mean, I'm sure you all do, but calories are basically just like the overall what is added into your body. And the four main things that you want to watch when you're on a diet is calories, fat, total fat, by the way, and I'll get into that later, but total fat, sodium, and carbohydrate. So calories are basically just like everything, pretty much. I kind of just the average person is supposed to have around 2,000 calories a day. I personally don't eat that much. During the summer, I definitely go to at least 2,000. But during the school year, since I'm not home all the time and I can't snack all the time, I mean, being diabetics are always hungry, like no joke. We never get full, ever. I'm never ever full. And when I am full, I'm full for like 10 minutes and then I'm starving again. So it gets pretty, I mean, I really have to exercise more than everyone else so I don't get fat because I'm always eating because I'm diabetic and that's what we do. So if you're diabetic, you'll understand because, I mean, no one gets it. You're always hungry and it's pretty annoying. But anyways, so calories are basically just everything all wrapped up into one little gram of calorie. Total fat. Okay, so if you guys don't know, there are 4 types of fats: monounsaturated, polyunsaturated, saturated, and trans. So monounsaturated and polyunsaturated are actually the good fats. They're really good for you. You need them to live, obviously. I mean, you need everything to live, but you need those 2 in particular. And the monounsaturated fat is the best one for you, and then poly, and then saturated, and then trans. And saturated and trans are not good for you. And the way I think of it is M, P, S, T, and it goes in alphabetical order. So that's helpful. A lot of foods such as olive oil, butter, peanut butter, soy butter, all of those kind of things have lots of poly and monounsaturated fats in them, and those fats are good for you. So you don't want too much of it though, because I mean you can't have too much, like you don't want too much of anything. So this happens to have 2.5 grams of total fat, as you can see right there. But as you can see, there are no trans fat and no saturated fat, so that means that it's either monounsaturated or polyunsaturated, which means this popcorn is pretty good for you. So And then you want to make sure you're looking at the cholesterol too. I have high cholesterol in my family. I don't know if high cholesterol runs in your family or not. Cholesterol has to do with the heart, and it gives you heart problems if your cholesterol is too high. My dad's cholesterol is very high, so he has to be on meds for it. High cholesterol runs in my family, and my grandparents and my great-grandma both had, all three had to have heart surgery because of their high cholesterol. So I, myself being diabetic even more so, need to watch cholesterol. So this happens to have 0 milligrams of cholesterol in it. That's good. The sodium in this is 180 milligrams, and sodium, if you don't know, is just salt basically. Sodium is an element on the periodic table, and it's like different. Like this is like table salt, and that kind of sodium is something else. But yeah, so this is salt, and 180 milligrams for popcorn. Buttered popcorn is actually really, really good. Really low. Usually it's around 200 or 280 to 300 milligrams of sodium, even more than that usually. So yeah, that's pretty good. The carbs in this is 25, and carbohydrates, if you don't know what carbohydrates are, you might have heard them as like the energy kind of food, like energy, because it has the carbohydrate is it stores energy for your body. So like if you're gonna go run a mile or like a marathon or whatever, or like go to a football game, or just like something that involves a lot of cardio, I would definitely recommend eating some spaghetti, macaroni, a sub sandwich, something that has a lot of carbs in it. The biggest carb foods are bread, pasta, and like corn or peas or beans. So and being diabetic, I have to count my carbs. So you name a food and I know how many carbs are in it. I'm telling you guys, I know carbs like the back of my hand. Like I know carbs so good. I know carbs that are in basically anything. Just try me sometime, ask me some. I know exactly how many are in everything, just try me. Anyways, so yeah, this has 25 for 5 cups popped per bag, about 2. So 25 is half of a bag. So in 1 bag of popcorn is 50, and that's actually a little high. Usually it's around 45 to 40 per bag, but that's because this is so good in everything else, and taking a little extra insulin isn't going to kill you. So yeah, this has 5 grams of fiber. Oh, and by the way, if you are watching your carbs for like a no-carb diet, which my friend Emily is on right now, if you want to take, if you're trying to watch your carbs and you see that this is 25 but it has like 5 grams of fiber, you would subtract the fiber from the total carb, because fiber is a type of carb, but it replaces it with like fiber, as in like energy. So the fiber doesn't count. It like eliminates the extra 5. So actually this would be 20 grams of popped, and that would make more sense. Then this would be the whole bag would be 40. So yeah, that's why it didn't sound right. This has 4 grams of protein, which is actually really good for popcorn. Protein, if you guys don't know, is in meats and milk and like beans, peanut butter, just lots of, like if you're vegetarian, you need to get protein through tofu or beans or peanut butter or whatever. Protein helps you stay full, and it gives you energy just like carbs do. The best kind of meal to have is a bunch of fiber, a bunch of protein, and not as many carbs. But if you want to stay full, you have to have a carb with a protein, because they correspond and make you feel fuller. So basically that's how you read the back of these. And then if you see here, it says good source of fiber, which it is. Good source, whole grain. If you guys don't know the difference between whole grain, white, and whole wheat, whole grain is basically a lot better for you than whole wheat. Whole wheat has a lot more carbs in it, and it's processed. And white bread, just stay away from white bread. White bread is terrible for you. It has tons of salt in it, and it's just if you're on a diet, stay away from the white breads. Go for whole grain or whole wheat. Whole wheat bread is different from whole wheat cereal. So yeah, if you are if you can't have what's it called? Gluten. If you can't have gluten, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, let's just get into the percentages. Or actually, I'm gonna go through this one. So on this one, this has 170 calories for 1 bar, 4.5 grams of total fat, 2.5 grams of saturated fat, 160 milligrams of sodium. So the popcorn had 80. This chocolate bar has 160. So, I mean, but if you think about it, these are really like filling and like a meal basically. Like this has 10 grams of protein, which is about as much as two hamburgers. And this has 5 grams of fiber and 26 grams of carbs. So it would have 21 grams of carbs instead of 26. So, yeah, these are really good. This is also by Fit and Active, all these. And then last but not least is this one, and this one's kind of confusing because it has the 1 bar and the 2 bar. So for the whole package, it's 190 calories, 6 grams of fat, and 1.5 grams of saturated fat. No cholesterol, 160 sodium, 29 carbs, 2 fibers, and 4 grams of protein. So these are really pretty good for you. And I'm going to go back to the popcorn because I'm just going to use that as an example. But for the percentages, this is based on a 2,000 calorie diet. So if you have 2,000 calories pretty much every single day, these percentages are going to really count. But if you have more or less than that, then the percentages aren't going to be that accurate because the percentages is off of a 2,000 calorie diet. So like, for example, total fat is 2.5. That's 4% of a 2,000 calorie diet. So that's not very much fat for this bar or for this bag of popcorn because you're only getting 4% of that. Let's say it was 20%. That would be a lot of fat for your 20. That would be like a day's worth of fat in 1 bag of popcorn. See, like daily fiber, this is 20%, which means it's almost a quarter of what you're supposed to be having every day. So that is a good amount of fiber. If you guys don't get this, I'm sorry. It's really hard to understand. So like 180 milligrams isn't that much, so it's only 8% of a 2,000 calorie diet. So it means that you're only getting about 10% of your sodium from this bag of popcorn. So if that makes any sense at all, that's good because it's kind of hard to explain. But and then when it says not a significant source of da 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 da, it means that, like this one says, it doesn't have any vitamin A, vitamin C, or calcium. So this isn't the best choice if you're looking for those certain elements in a food. So yeah, that's pretty much all it is. I mean, if you guys have any questions, just let me know. I want to be a dietitian when I'm older, so I really like talking about this stuff with you guys. And I'm really glad I made this because I want to teach you guys what you're putting into your body and how to know how to be on a diet and still be happy. And yeah, so I hope this video was helpful for any of you who didn't know how to read like nutrition facts, or if you were trying to go on a diet and you didn't know how to, or you didn't know what foods to eat, or you didn't know the percentage, or what calorie was, or what polyunsaturated fat was. I just really hope this helped you. I go through this every single day as a diabetic, so snaps for diabetics because we go through a lot with nutrition and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I like knowing a lot about nutrition because it makes me healthy. Now, do I always follow it? Not always. When I got home, I had like 3 little Chips Ahoy cookies, and they were all amazing. Did they get smaller to you guys? If you guys have had those, they got thinner and smaller, and I'm not very happy about it. I'm gonna protest, but anyways, I hope you guys learned something. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at MissMalpa1, Instagram is MissMalpa1, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye! Mwah.